I sit here with sadness today to report to you that I'm incredibly disappointed in one of my all-time favorite fighters, my brother, Floyd Money Mayweather. Now, Floyd Mayweather had an exhibition boxing match. And in this boxing match, ladies and gentlemen, chaos broke out. And I'm not talking about legit, bona fide boxing, pure boxing chaos. I'm talking about the kind of stuff that's just embarrassing.
You know, a little upside down on some of his taxes and some of his properties. And I guess he needed to come back and fight and take care of that. Well, he got some cheese from that advancement. I'm pretty sure he took care of that. You know, and now he's chilling. Now he's saying to himself, you know, I'm damn 50 years old. I ain't trying to fight. I ain't trying to fight. Let's do an exhibition. You know what I mean? Like, this don't even make sense.
I want a real fight. So he signed what I signed. He signed a real fight, and I signed a real fight. And he got his advance. So there's no reason to make excuses of that.
Stephen A. Smith sharply calls out Floyd Mayweather, accusing him of crossing a dangerous line by breaching the fight contract with Manny Pacquiao, saying that while athletes are expected to chase and earn money through their craft, the path Floyd is taking now feels reckless and misguided, turning what should be legacy-defining decisions into a controversy driven by desperation rather than discipline.
I know you like to make money. You're never going to stop making money. Very, very few people on the planet know how to make money like you know how to make money. But some of this stuff has got to stop.
Manny Pacquiao fires back with clarity and pressure, insisting he signed exactly what was agreed upon and that Floyd Mayweather has already received his advance payment, leaving no excuse, no escape, and no justification to sidestep a real fight, as the situation tightens and every move now points toward a looming confrontation that can no longer be avoided.
Swirling around about you and Mayweather and saying he's going to be an exhibition, you saying it's going to be a fight, and the second part of the question is, how would you face him for the second time after first decision?
You know, that purpose of exhibition, that was long time ago, year after our first fight, but I didn't agree. And then I want a real fight. So he signed what I signed. He signed a real fight, and I signed a real.
Tim Bradley suggests a more troubling motive behind Floyd Mayweather's actions, believing he may have taken the advance money to settle mounting debts and is now shifting focus towards safer exhibition bouts, hinting that this comeback isn't driven by love for boxing anymore, but by a deeper financial urgency that's quietly reshaping his decisions.
He's not afraid of Pacquiao. Trust me, he's not. But the thing I want to make you guys aware of is that when you get these advancements, you can put a non-refundable tag on these advancements. You can do that. Now, I don't know if Mayweather did that, but you can. You can put a non-refundable attachment on this and be like, all right, hey, I need an advancement for training. I need $3-4 million or whatever for training expenses. And if they agree to say yeah, and he put in a contract that is non-refundable, it's free money. It's basically free money. So we know, Mayweather was, it's been reported, I should say, allegedly, that, he's been, a little upside down on some of his taxes and some of his properties. And I guess he needed to come back and fight and take care of it.
Stephen A. Smith warns that everything now seems to revolve around money for Floyd Mayweather, and with growing concerns over his financial troubles, it appears every decision is being driven by the urgent need to resolve those issues first, casting a shadow over choices that once defined his legacy.
Lost all credibility in that department. But I don't want to hear a damn word about we don't want to give up something for Jan.
Zab Juder suggests the chaos might not be accidental, hinting it could all be a calculated promotional stunt designed to build massive hype around the fight, arguing that Floyd Mayweather is no longer obsessed with protecting his undefeated record because his legacy is already secured. With nothing left to prove, making this moment feel less like a mistake and more like a deliberate move in a much bigger game.
Maybe that got through the cracks. I don't know how. I wasn't there. I don't know his business. But somehow, he's saying it did. I mean, well, he didn't say that. I'm just saying I don't know how he didn't catch on that this is the real deal Holyfield.
Do you think it could be possibly a publicity stunt to give some type of push to the promotion? I mean, I don't know. Like when the announcement came out, I don't know if people were really too ecstatic for it.
It's something that you would, you can use to your advantage to try to push the fight. It'll let people, it'll get ears and eyes on the fight for people that didn't know the fight was happening. You know what I'm saying? But I don't know.
Because as a consumer looking in, you're like,
listen, man, I'm a fan of both guys, and I just want to watch it and see the fight happen. I mean, I'm a fan of boxing. I should say, I'm a fan of both guys. You know what I'm saying? Yeah.
As a consumer looking in, we're like, yo, is he like, what's the complaint? What's the problem here? Like, what are you scared of? Because is it your O? Is it your losing that O? Could be that it?
Of course. That's what it's all come down to. I mean, the O is like a 800 credit score. Globally, universally. You walk around with an 800 credit score with the O. You know what I'm saying? So that's what the O brings. It brings an 800 credit score for wherever you go. You know what I'm saying? And Floyd he's done a great job with that. Great job. So of course he's gonna, show the roll on that O. I ain't mad at him. Smart guy. He understands. He ain't no fool.
Tim Bradley reflects on the situation with a measured but revealing take, noting that at 50 years old, stepping in against Floyd Mayweather, now 46, an exhibition might have seemed like the safer and more logical route. He acknowledges that expectations were always set for a real fight, and once you sign with someone like Mayweather, you're committing to something serious. Still, Bradley hints at a deeper shift behind the scenes, suggesting that after receiving the advance money, Floyd may have quietly changed direction. He estimates is about 80 to 90% certain this is a calculated business move rather than passion-driven, implying Floyd may have decided the guaranteed money was enough before adjusting his strategy. Bradley also points out that in boxing promotions, fighters and promoters constantly gamble on pay-per-view numbers and venue success to maximize profits, suggesting that this kind of risky, strategic maneuver could explain the sudden change and the tension now surrounding the fight.
Now he's saying to himself, I'm damn 50 years old. I ain't trying to fight. Let's do an exhibition. You know what I mean? Like, this don't even make sense. I'm 50, you 46. Bro, let's just be smart and do an exhibition. And I get it. Everybody's saying, oh, well, he signed Tim for a real fight and all this stuff. I get it. And I'm not gonna argue that. He right. You signed Mayweather, damn it. You're supposed to be fighting for real, for sure. Yeah, absolutely. But I'm just trying to give you a little insight on the stuff I know that could have happened, right? That could have happened. Maybe Mayweather was thinking like this. I don't know. But I just know that
reports surrounding the proposed rematch have taken a darker turn, with growing tension as some commentators claim Netflix could be preparing legal action against Floyd Mayweather over allegations that he accepted advance payments and is now stepping away from the agreed fight, a move that could trigger serious consequences. According to these claims, the situation is no longer being treated as mere speculation but as something far more serious, with critics warning that if true, Mayweather is taking a significant risk by failing to honor the agreement, turning what once seemed like another blockbuster event into a high-stakes legal and financial showdown.
He's pulling tricks out here. He's pulling tricks out here. All the rumors and reports that Floyd Mayweather was going broke, he's just proving everybody right. But Floyd Mayweather is playing a very, very dangerous game right now. Because he's playing with a company that is getting ready to squash him. And that's Netflix. You don't have the power to play games with Netflix. Floyd Mayweather agreed to the rematch September 19th. It's even on BoxRec. This is how you know it's legit. It's even on BoxRec. You can go to BoxRec. He agreed to a rematch with legendary 8-division world champion, iconic Filipino superstar boxer, and will be a first ballot Hall of Famer once he retires.
In boxing, such listings are often taken as a signal that key contractual and commission steps have already been finalized, which is why many are treating this situation as something real rather than mere speculation, adding weight to the growing tension around Floyd Mayweather. The criticism has intensified sharply because Netflix is not just another partner but a powerful global corporation with serious legal and financial influence, meaning any dispute tied to it carries far greater consequences. Analysts warn that conflicts involving a company of that scale can escalate rapidly if agreements are not honored, turning pressure into potential legal action. As a result, the spotlight tightens on Mayweather, with many observers believing he is now under increasing pressure to clarify his stance and address whether the anticipated rematch with Manny Pacquiao will actually move forward as promised or unravel into something far more complicated.
You get a card, and you have to get it stamped every time you fight, and you have to bring your card to fight. If you don't have your boxing card, don't matter whether it's amateurs or pros, you can't fight. You need your boxing card. It's like your social security card, your birth certificate in the sport of boxing. BoxRec represents that. BoxRec is showing Floyd Mayweather versus Manny Pacquiao. It doesn't show exhibitions. It only shows real fights because it's been ciphered through boxing commissions, it's been ciphered through the state commissions, it's been ciphered through everything to make it legit. Floyd Mayweather agreed to this, got his advance money from Netflix, and now he's trying to run off with the bag. And now he's talking about, oh, we don't know what it is. It's going to be an exhibition bout. We don't know if it's going to be at the Sphere. What you mean, we don't know?
Reports now hint at mounting pressure behind the scenes for Floyd Mayweather, with some analysts suggesting his new management could be a key factor quietly driving the strain. Despite earning staggering sums throughout his career, the cost of sustaining an ultra-luxurious lifestyle appears to be catching up, where massive properties, exotic cars, private travel, and relentless high-end spending slowly chip away at even the largest fortunes. The situation grows more tense as certain management moves and business decisions are said to have complicated matters instead of stabilizing them, raising deeper concerns about control and direction. Critics warn that when spending stays unchecked and financial planning weakens, problems don't just appear, they escalate quickly. Even for someone who once stood at the absolute peak of earnings in boxing, the line between dominance and pressure can begin to blur.
19 million of the money was lost. So to lose 19 of 20 million, I mean, what, did you go to the casino over and over? Like, you know. So Rechnitz, now mind you, this is Floyd's new buddy, his new financial advisor. Rechnitz became what prosecutors called, quote, one of the single most important and prolific white-collar cooperating witnesses in the recent history of the Southern District of New York, testifying in multiple federal corruption trials. He claimed to have weekly phone conversations with Mayor de Blasio on his personal cell phone in exchange for campaign contributions. De Blasio, of course, was never charged. Now in court, Rechnitz paints himself as a changed man. While living in New York, I felt pressure to become a big shot, he told the judge. Sound familiar with Floyd Mayweather?
Between 2012 and 2014, Floyd Mayweather rose to a level few could match, becoming one of the highest-earning athletes in the world as his larger-than-life persona and undefeated record transformed every fight into a global spectacle. He wasn't just selling boxing, he was selling an image, a carefully crafted aura of dominance and wealth that pulled fans in, not only to watch his skill inside the ring but to witness the character he built outside it. That magnetism turned each bout into a must-see event, driving massive ticket sales and record-breaking pay-per-view numbers, cementing him as a financial powerhouse in the sport. The peak of that earning power came with the long-awaited showdown against Manny Pacquiao, a fight that captured worldwide attention and redefined what a boxing event could generate.